Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and this is your Royal Daily News for July 12th, 2022. After being tested positive for COVID-19 last week, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain was cleared by her physicians to return to her public duties. This morning, Her Majesty presided over the opening ceremony of the 5th Conference of the Informative Treatment of Disabilities in Media, organized by the Federación de Asociaciones de Periodistas de España and the Fundación a la Par, held at the Estadio Vallhermoso in Madrid. The Federation of Associations of Journalists in Spain is the first professional organization of journalists in Spain, which consists of 49 associations representing over 19,000 members. The purpose of the FAPE is to defend the freedom of information and the rights of professional journalists, thereby protecting them against any attempt to limit their constitutional right. During today's event, Her Majesty Queen Letizia attended a track and field training session with Spanish Paralympic athletes Mr. Delbir Rodriguez, Mr. Diambel Rodriguez, and Ms. Sarah de Andres. Thereafter, Her Majesty participated in several roundtable discussions. First, with the Director of Communication and External Relations of the Spanish Paralympic Committee, Mr. Luis Lerdi, journalist Ms. Almudena Rivera, and RTVE sports presenter Ms. Lourdes Garcia. The second roundtable discussion, moderated by athlete and ambassador of the A La Par Sports Club, Ms. Ruth Batilla. Spanish Paralympians Ms. Sarah de Andres, Mr. Del Bar Rodriguez, and former Paralympic swimmer and the winner of the Princesa de Asturias Award for Sports, Ms. Teresa Perales. Meanwhile, this morning at Palacio Real El Pardo, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain held an audience with new officials of the Corps of Architects of the Public Treasury. In the afternoon, His Majesty met with members of the Comité de Dirección de la Asociación de Cerveceros de España held at Palacio de La Zarzuela. Did you get that? In Windsor, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales presented the George Cross to the National Health Services of the United Kingdom to representatives of the National Health Service, including Mr. Peter May, Permanent Secretary at the Department of Health and Chief Executive of Health and Social Care, as well as to Sister Joanna Hogue of the Royal Victoria Hospital Emergency Department, to name a few. In the afternoon, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales presided over investitures at Windsor Castle. The Prince presented the OBE for services to diving and support for the LGBTQIA+ rights to four-time Olympian and gold medal winner Mr. Tom Daley. The Prince of Wales also appointed film producer Miss Donna Langley Shamshuri as Dame Commander of the British Empire. And finally, the Prince of Wales presented the MBE for services to the arts to artist, writer, illustrator, and BAFTA Award winner for Best Animated Short Film, Mr. Oliver Jeffers. In London, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cornwall attended a special luncheon hosted by Mr. Gyles Brandreth and organized by Oldie Magazine ahead of her 75th birthday. According to Clarence House, guests in attendance at today's celebration included, quote, authors, actors, entertainers, scientists, sports personalities, poets, and philanthropists, who were treated to poetry readings, one written in Her Royal Highness's honor by Mr. Roger McGough and one performed by Dame Penelope Keith. End quote. Today's celebratory luncheon also honored remarkable individuals who are, quote, continuing to serve, contribute, and achieve in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. End quote. In Harrogate, Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal attended the opening of the 2022 Great Yorkshire Show. The famous four-day show celebrates all things agriculture, food, farming, countryside, and traditional competitions that the whole family would enjoy. During today's event, the Princess Royal met with exhibitors as well as competitors participating in various events at the Great Yorkshire Show. At Château de Laeken, His Majesty King Felipe of the Belgians met with newly appointed Belgian diplomats, hence ambassadors or consular generals, who were recently assigned their first Belgian embassy station abroad. These new diplomats will be stationed in various countries, including Vienna, Austria, Warsaw, Poland, Marais, France, Santiago, Chile, Abu Dhabi, Hanoi, Vietnam, and Istanbul, Turkey, to name a few. Yesterday afternoon in Monacoville, Her Serene Highness Princess Charlene of Monaco welcomed hundreds of tourists to the Palais Princier de Monaco. For the past several years, the interior and exterior of the Palais Princier has gone under extensive renovation led by Mr. Christian Gauthier, including the throne room, the grand apartments, as well as the stunning Renaissance frescoes which are located above the inner courtyard of the Palais Princier. On this day in 2005, the first phase of the investiture of His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco took place after a 3-month mourning period following the death of His Serene Highness Prince Rainier III on April 6, 2005. On July 12, 2005, the day began with a special Mass at the Cathedral de Monaco with former Archbishop of Monaco Bernard Barcy presiding. Thereafter, the new Sovereign Prince of Monaco, along with Her Royal Highness Princess Caroline of Hanover, Princess of Monaco, Her Serene Highness Princess Stephanie of Monaco and their children, along with thousands of Monegasque citizens, including government officials, attended a garden party on the Place du Palais Princier in celebration of Prince Albert II's investiture. Yesterday afternoon, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco attended the opening of the 25th edition of the Gran Paradiso Film Festival held at the Castello di Madia in Valle d'Aosta, Italy. Established in 1984, the Gran Paradiso Film Festival is an international festival dedicated to nature cinema and is considered to be one of the most important film events in Europe. The festival is made of 2 film sections. First, the international competition, which is open to international feature films and medium-length films focused on nature. The second is a cortonatura, which is open to international short fiction films, short animated films, or short documentaries dedicated to nature. This is the 3rd time Prince Albert II has attended the Gran Paradiso Film Festival. Prior to the pandemic, the Sovereign Prince participated in a panel discussion in February of 2020. According to the Italian press, Prince Albert II will allegedly debut the documentary film Alec and Albert, directed by Mr. Douglas Watkins, during the month-long film festival. However, the documentary is not on the official list of films that will be showing at the festival, which, if you're familiar with or have attended film festivals before, this is actually quite unusual. Anyway, with that being said, several months ago I wrote about the documentary Alec and Albert on my website. In short, the documentary tells the story of the unique and special friendship between His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco and famed Australian artist Mr. Alec Depoti. If you're interested in reading more about the documentary Alec and Albert, or are interested in watching the whole film, I will post a direct link to my website in the description box below so you can watch the documentary in its entirety, or you can read about it, whichever you choose. At Château de Berg, Her Royal Highness Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg pre-recorded a video message to the graduates of the Technical School for Health Professionals. In her video message, the lovely Grand Duchess spoke of her admiration for the men and women who chose a life of, quote, as a nurse, and to their commitment to serving the vulnerable, sick, and injured, end quote. In Athens, Her Royal Highness Princess Tatiana of Greece attended a reception at the Zappian Hall and Gardens in celebration of the 10th anniversary of the Hellenic Initiative. In a new segment to my channel, Aristocratic and Nobility News, on Monday, Lady Kitty Spencer, daughter of the 9th Earl Spencer and niece of the late Diana Princess of Wales, attended the Dolce & Gabbana Haute Couture fashion show, held at the Castello Mariachi in Syracuse, Italy. The beautiful Lady Kitty is a global ambassador and model for the legendary design house Dolce & Gabbana. In 2021, Lady Kitty Spencer married 62-year-old businessman Mr. Michael Lewis over a 3-day lavish wedding weekend in Italy. Designers Domenico Dolce and Stefano Gabbana custom-designed 5 of Lady Kitty's pre- and post-reception dresses, as well as her exquisite Dolce & Gabbana Alta Moda wedding gown, which is made of Mikado silk with cutwork inserts embellished with tiny sequins, porcelain-like applique flowers, and double Duchess ribbons. The wedding took place at the romantic Villa Aldobrandini in Frascati, Italy. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday, July 13th with all the latest royal news, as well as aristocratic and nobility news. Until then, you can visit me at my website, royalcorrespondent.com, or on Twitter. With that being said, enjoy your Tuesday evening, everyone, and I wish you all a wonderful Wednesday tomorrow. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.